You can outsmart up to 10 pounds of body fat in just 3 weeks with the 21-day Fat Cell Cleanse Nutrition Program. And if you'd like a copy of all the files assembled by myself, Scott Mendelson, and Dr. Serrano MD, I'll email them to you absolutely free, scott@infinityfitness.com. The program has worked fantastically well for tens of thousands of people all over the globe since we made the program available about 5 years ago. It's highly advanced, yet very simple to execute, and most importantly, you can lose body fat while having a very high quality of life, without hunger, without a lousy mood, feeling good. And guess what that's going to do? That is going to create the momentum and consistency necessary to make huge fat loss progress. Now understand too, if you've got more than 10 pounds of body fat to lose, or a lot of stubborn body fat, we've got you covered. You can use the 21-day fat cell cleanse followed by the day 22 carb load and repeat that cycle 4 times for a total of 88 days, and you're going to build huge fat burning momentum. Again, the plan is highly advanced yet simple to execute. So check out this entire playlist and we go through a lot of details. But of course, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them 7 days a week. Scott@infinityfitness.com. Now let's take a look at some food sources. Now fundamentally what we want to do is to teach the body to use more stored fat as fuel. So a way to do that is using a low carbohydrate intake. You can have an unlimited amount of green vegetables, but you're primarily relying on preferably organic steak, beef, chicken, wild-caught fish, seafood, those lean protein sources that are ideally organic, and a lot of dietary fat from good sources such as guacamole, extra virgin olive oil in the dark bottle, nuts, and so forth. And of course, there's some good dietary fats in protein sources that are organic. We can also use grass-fed butter. And the simplest way to maximize rates of fat burning is to fast from the period following dinner all the way up until lunch the next day. And that can easily be 16, 18 hours. And it's more than just a reduction of calories. There's some things the body does during a fasted state that are very conducive to a fat burning environment. And look, 8 of those hours are while you're sleeping. Nothing good happens with eating after dinner. So again, if you have an early dinner, let's say 6 o'clock, finish by 7, and fast to the next morning till 7 a.m., well, that's 12 hours, and that's pretty good. But ideally, you could go from after dinner all the way until lunch the next day, and that makes a big difference. The 16-hour range is much better than 12 based on our experience working with a lot of clients. But you can have large and satisfying meals without worrying about counting calories, right? Because when you're consuming the right energy-dense food sources, you fill up faster. The body naturally becomes satisfied and full more easily, right? You acclimate to that. The alpha, omega, M3, and the EZ14 also have components to help control hunger, in addition to improving rates of body fat loss. But what you can do first thing in the morning at breakfast, for example, is replace breakfast with the 100% MR and the muscle synthesis powder and the Fat Reduce FBO5 daytime formula. That combination is going to set you up for fantastic rates of fat burning, high energy levels, and a great quality of life. Now understand, the muscle synthesis powder does some very unique things. The way it's comprised of a specific ratio of free form amino acids that Dr. Serrano MD developed is unique to the muscle synthesis powder and based on many years of extensive patient research. It makes the brain believe on a theoretical basis that a tremendous amount of food has come in. As a result, metabolic rate and other factors that govern fat burning go through the roof. But there's nothing to burn except stored fat because the amino acids themselves have no caloric burn at all. They also have no allergens, no stimulants, nothing like that. No sugar, obviously. It's absolutely perfect. So 2 scoops of the muscle synthesis powder and 2 scoops of the 100% MR first thing in the morning with some water. They mix together and they have a sports drink type of consistency. Very satisfying, takes only minutes, and you're feeling great. You can do that as many times as you want during a fasted period, and you'll also do this pre and post exercise. 30 minutes before exercise, 2 scoops of each, and immediately after. It helps to accelerate recovery, which is very important for fat burning secondarily, but also keep you consistent with your exercise, very important. So the 100% MR gets rid of muscle soreness and fatigue, also helps with performance, especially with short rest, and the muscle synthesis powder again helps to increase utilization of stored fat as fuel and sends those very powerful fat burning signals. You'll see. And the Fat Reduce FBO5 daytime formula, twice during the day, First thing in the morning, you take 3, and then again in the early afternoon with a full glass of water. And the Fat Reduce FBO5 day and nighttime formulas were designed to attack stubborn body fat, and there is nothing better on this earth in terms of a scientifically engineered supplement stack than the day and the nighttime formula to attack stubborn body fat and to get rid of overall body fat as well. Dr. Serrano designed them to bust through the most significant metabolic and hormonal barriers to fat burning, and you can see on the Fat Reduce page on the website, Dr. Serrano talks about a study he commissioned which showed an increase of over 500 calories in addition burned each day just by using the Fat Reduce day and nighttime formulas with no changes in diet or exercise during a 30-day patient trial, so check that out. The nighttime, very unique. It helps the body fat loss in so many ways. The specific formula helps to increase the mobilization of stored fat as fuel while you sleep, but also helps you to naturally transition into sleep, restful sleep. You wake up feeling like $1,000,000, which indicates that your sleep quality is improved. What happens then? Your hormones work better. And we know, based on research, people that sleep better crave less carbohydrate, crave less sugar, and they're a lot more likely to make great choices with exercise and nutrition because they're not fatigued all the time. There are so many people out there that don't sleep well. They just don't know it because it has become the norm. So the day and the nighttime formula, fantastic for improving your quality of life and getting rid of the stubborn body fat. Very simple, all laid out in the program files. And of course, you can send questions my way, Scott@infinityfitness.com, 7 days a week. I'm here to help.